Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Ezra Miller has killed the Flash movie and his career. Now, I just kind of want to take a few seconds to discuss what, the situation surrounding all of this. A lot of people are saying that, it was a huge joke and it wasn't that serious and all of this stuff. And whereas I can agree that what he did to the fan didn't look too serious, it does look like other outlets are considering it very, very serious. In fact, my previous video on this, although again, everyone watching it could see that there was essentially no harm done. Well, thank you so much, YouTube. YouTube, you have been the arbiter of this. Apparently we're demonetized because severe, real injury. Real death. Maybe harm to minors or abuse of animals. Look, I know she was large, but she wasn't a whale. Depictions or discussions of abuse or domestic violence. Edited video gameplay. Now, they're saying, basically, they're stating that there was real injury. Now look, YouTube. Alright. Again, that's all it could be. There was definitely no abuse of animals. Again, I know she was large, but she definitely was no whale. Yeah, thanks YouTube for demonetizing that video, which there was no reason for that, but thanks very much. Just thought I would show you what we have to deal with whilst trying to cover this news. But anyway, all that was shown in a video that surfaced online was Ezra Miller taking the fan down to the floor. Not massively aggressively or anything like that. Definitely over the top, okay, definitely over the top, definitely something which you wouldn't want to be seen doing, you definitely wouldn't want to be video recorded doing. Now, in that video I said, look, playing devil's advocate, there is, situations occurring and people take jokes too far. You would be an absolute hypocrite if you were to say that you've never taken a joke too far. I have, okay, you have. We've all taken jokes too far. But it's different when you're famous, because, as I've been pointing out to people in the comment section, people always have their phones out when you're famous. Because a lot of people are like, well, it looks like a setup, because people have their phones out. Please, again, don't be so naive, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone, you're famous. Everyone has their phones out when you're famous, okay? It's just par for the course. So definitely not a setup, but there are other avenues by which it could not be what it appears. But that's, again, playing devil's advocate. Ezra Miller looks a bit like a douche. He acted a bit like a douche, and he seemingly destroyed his career. And rightly so, the guy's a douche. So, let's get into this current state of affairs, right? It is claimed that Ezra Miller has apparently not only killed his career, but the upcoming The Flash movie as well, which is supposed to be a take on Flashpoint. Now again, we've discussed the video, we don't need to get into that, but let's talk about this as a concept, right? And we'll get into where it came from in a second, which you've probably already seen anyway. But let's take a look at this as a concept. All right, Ezra Miller killing his career. Right. Well, he was in Iceland because he's filming Fantastic Beasts. So, as he killed his career, is he going to be cut from that movie? Doubtful. He's there because he's filming. Now, it's unlikely that they're going to remove him from that film. But will he be in things moving forwards? Well, probably not. Warner Brothers studios live and die on PR, right? All movies advertise. They have to have actors which stand up for the movies that they're representative of. It's a real bad look for someone that is a hero in films to be seen doing these things. Now again, that's regardless of whether things were taken too far, all of this kind of stuff. Again, we'll remove that from the argument for a second. It's still a bad look. No matter what way you look at it, it's still a bad look for someone that is a hero. Okay? Now Warner Brothers would probably look at this and go, yeah, no, that's going to be real difficult to market. That's going to be real difficult to market. But it is unlikely he's going to be removed from Fantastic Beasts. Why? Well, they were still filming, apparently. I don't know if they've completely stopped. It might be that they've stopped now. But they were filming. They were maintaining social distance and all this good stuff. Obviously, Ezra Miller wasn't because he put hands on the woman. But it's unlikely that they're going to remove him from that, because the process of removing a character from a story, if they are a key player, which Ezra Miller I believe is, I don't know. I'm not interested in Harry Pothead and the universe. It's not something which appeals to me in any way, shape or form, even as a movie reviewer. It's something which my audience generally is not interested in either, so I'm not going to watch them. If I'm not interested in it and my audience isn't interested, I've got no reason to watch it. It's not going to be a good review regardless, so there's just no point. Now, it's unlikely, if he's a key player in that film, that they're going to remove him. It's so incredibly unlikely. It would take too much work, so he'll probably still appear in Fantastic Beasts, but for him and his career moving forwards, this definitely will tar his career with a thick, heavy brush of negativity. Because the thing is, Ezra Miller was an up-and-comer. Okay, he was getting very big roles. Very, very big roles. I was discussing this with Andre from Midnight's Edge on my channel, on one of my Monday night live streams, which you can check out every single Monday night, 9 PM GMT. And yeah, we both discussed this. He's definitely an up-and-comer. So there's a lot which can absolutely decimate his career at that point in time. If you track any up-and-comer, they get handed a lot of roles very, very quickly. And it's a make or break moment. There's a lot of people which we can kind of track throughout Hollywood history that has had this, and that they fudged it up and they're basically never seen again. One of the main ones, in fact, actually another Fantastic Beasts character, I believe, was Catherine Waterston. She was in Alien Covenant. She was in, again, I believe anyway, Fantastic Beasts. A multitude of other movies, and now she's nowhere. Where is she? She's not really doing anything. Because again, this is what happens. This is what Hollywood does. They believe they've found the next big thing, and they get shopped out to everybody and everything. So yeah, Ezra Miller career probably done because he's an up-and-comer. Now, is the Flash movie done? Well, we've got a few comments here. So Grace Randolph, I don't like her. I don't, not my cup of tea personally. But she definitely has scoops and she definitely has sources. So my personal opinions to one side, she is a legitimate source. Now, her comments were, as I told you yesterday, and as a couple of people reported today, I told you first. I hate it when you do that. Just shut up. Looks like Ezra Miller not only killed his own career, but the Flash movie. Okay. Has he killed the Flash movie? We've discussed him killing his own career, but killing the Flash movie. Difficult to say, really. I wouldn't say it's completely killed off. I think that Warner Brothers, what they're going to do, and I don't have any sources on this, okay? I don't. But let's look at this logically speaking. The likelihood of this movie getting off the ground was very slim anyway. Okay, there's been so much crap happening surrounding this movie that it is unlikely it was ever going to get off the ground. Now, it was starting to, and then this has happened. It's very easy for them just to drop it at this point in time because they're not really committed. It is long gestated to the point that they could easily just scrap it. But will they scrap it? Well, I think this will be dependent on how Wonder Woman is received and also how Batman is received. Moving forwards, it's those properties which will be kind of pushing DC in cinema moving forwards. The Flash is a property that they're not going to want to waste a couple $100 million on, especially not with, Chokey McChokerson here. His affinity for abusing whales. It's incredibly unlikely. A couple $100 million on this pleb. Really? No. Very, very unlikely. Now, there is another source here. Mickey Sutton, or Mikey Sutton, whatever. He said that Warner Brothers is considering cancelling the Flash movie altogether. I don't. It's not really been moving ahead, has it? To be fair, so yeah, there you go. There's the news. There's my thoughts. There's an in-depth discussion on it. Would love to hear yours, so please do let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Stay up to date on the world of pop culture, movie news, and some deep dives such as this. Thank you so much, though, and take care.